Welcome back to my channel, Math and Language, and we're going to discuss business combinations, part 19, subsequent accounting for goodwill. So let's have recognition and basic rules muna. Team, parang introduction lang to. So yung acquired versus internal, only goodwill from a business combination. Asan yung ballpen ko? Only goodwill from a business combination is recorded. Okay, so only goodwill from a business daw, business combination ay recorded. Internally generated goodwill is never recognized. Oh, tandaan natin yan. Kaya napapansin mo sa business combination natin na lessons, palaging hinahanap si goodwill. Kasi only goodwill from a business combination is recorded. Cost treatment nito, any spending to maintain goodwill is an immediate expense, not an asset. Okay? No amortization daw, oh, katulad ng hindi katulad ng unlike a patent or a truck, you or other equipment, goodwill's value is not reduced every year by a set amount. Annual review, it must be tested for impairment every single year, regardless of whether there is a red flag. Kasi syempre, hindi naman siya walang amortization, so check na lang natin for impairment. So, kailangan natin malaman na yung goodwill na binili natin is usually through a merger or acquisition. Kasi 'di ba pag merger acquisition, alam natin business combination 'yun, 'di ba? So hindi tayo nagre-record ng goodwill sa sarili natin. Kailangan siya through branding or yun nga from business combination. Tapos ano pa ba? Katulad din nito, yung sa patent or truck, we don't amortize, hindi tayo nag-amortize hindi natin ina-amortize ang goodwill. Okay? Hindi tayo mag-assume na over 10 years, 'di ba? Instead, nilalagay natin siya sa libro as full, full value until na ma-prove natin na worthless na siya through an annual impairment test. Kaya dito nakalagay dito, it must be tested for impairment every single year. Cash generating units naman. Okay, this is really important. Basahin ko muna. A cash generating unit is the smallest group of assets that generates cash independent of other assets. Now, why CGUs? Goodwill is an invisible asset. Intangible din siya. It cannot produce cash on its own. Now, to test if it's still valuable, it must be assigned to a unit that actually makes money. Nagbibigay ako ng mga example mamaya. Nakalagay dito sa mga slides ko. The judgment call, management decides what a CGU is based on how they run the business. For example, by specific store locations or by product lines. Now, eto naman yung CGU, tawag dito, dito common. Yung nag-aaral ako ng accountancy, hindi siya common. Parang yung sa offer ko lang siya narinig tong cash generating units na to eh. Okay? Or maybe I'm wrong, right? So bakit ba natin kailangan to? Ba't ba natin siya kailangan? Kasi hindi mo nga mahawakan yung goodwill, 'di ba? Kasi nga invisible siya at intangible din. Tapos, hindi naman din siya nagbebenta. Mhm. So, ang goodwill kasi dito is yung para siyang reputation natin. Reputation ng business or synergy of a business. Dahil hindi siya nakakapag-produce ng cash alone, kailangan natin siyang i-assign sa CGU. O, CGU na lang ha. Ang haba basahin ng cash generating units. Okay? So management, kailangan ng management yung judgment nila to decide kung saan yung boundaries on how they monitor the company's operations. So may examples tayo. Okay, I provide examples. Okay, that's good. So individual store in a retail chain, each individual branch is usually a CGU because it has its own sales and cost. Kunyari, pwede ba kung magano? Sige, si Joby na lang. Si Joby. Di ba maraming store si Joby? Meron sa SM, meron sa Glorieta. Sige, sinabi ko na yung pangalan. Hindi naman to sponsored. Yan, si Joby, meron sa SM. Meron siyang, ano, dito. So, bawat store ng Joby, hindi ko sabi yung buong pangalan. Sinabi ko yung SM. CG yun. Kasi they have its own sales and costs. Diba? They earn money. Cash generating yun, no? Siyempre, pag bumili ka sa Jollibee ng pagkain or yung Chicken Joy, di ba? Kumikita si Jollibee dun. Okay, next one. The shared asset. A factory that makes two different products might be split into two CGUs, but a shared warehouse used by both cannot be a CGU on its own. Kasi yung factory natin, ang pinoproduce niya is, alam mo magandang i-produce. Ang yan na lang, ballpen or pencil. Diba? Oh, 2CG yun kasi si ballpen at si pencil. Diba? Shared warehouse used by both, so cannot be a CGU on its own. Hindi naman siya cash generating, diba? The rule of synergy, goodwill is allocated to the CGUs that are expected to benefit from the synergy of the business merger. Okay, so to make this clear, let's look at examples. Kunyari, ito nga si Javi, each individual store is a CGU because nagbebenta siya ng burger, ng Jolly Spaghetti. Uy, nagugutom ako. Parang gusto ko ng Jollibee Spaghetti. Chicken Joy, ganyan. Kumikita yun eh, ah, bawat store. Diba? Okay. Next one. Next na tayo. Oh, another examples pa para mas malinaw. The pizza oven. Individual asset versus CGU. Kasi baka mapagkamalan niyo siya. CGU ba to? Hindi. That's just an individual asset. Basahin ko na nga lang muna. A restaurant's pizza oven doesn't generate cash by itself. You can't sell oven used to customers. Hindi ka naman pwede magbenta ng oven. Pizza, papalitan ko yung pangalan. Pizza Hat. Palitan ko yung pangalan ha. Si Pizza Hat, 'di ba? Hindi naman binibenta niyan ano oven eh, binibenta niya pizza. Ah. Although yung oven is kailangan para tawag dito, makapagbenta ka ng pizza. Paano ka makakagawa ng pizza kung walang oven, 'di ba? Pizza oven. Okay. So the cash comes from selling pizzas, which requires the oven, the kitchen, the chef, and the dining area. Therefore, the entire restaurant, syempre, kailangan yung buong restaurant. Hindi naman pwedeng si oven lang, pati si chef. Nasaan yung kitchen mo doon? Nasaan yung dining area? O kahit nga walang dining area. Um, kasi di mo musi yung Pizza Hat. Ito nga lang, Pizza Hat. Di ba, ano siya? Musi take out. Ay, oh, pwede naman dine-in yata. Anyway, ang gusto ko sabihin dito, yung CGU, hindi lang siya yung parang individual asset lang. Okay? So, alam na natin pinagkaiba ng individual asset sa CGU. Pizza Hat. The retail chain, so ito nga yung kanina, if a clothing brand has 50 stores, each store has its own local customers. Kunyari, papalitan ko yung pangalan, Unique, U, Uniqlo, Uniqlo. Diba? So, Uniqlo. Meron siyang mga stores. Meron sa SN, meron sa, ganyan. Or meron sa, ano siya eh, stand alone. Diba? Because store A sales don't depend on store B, each individual store is typically considered a separate CGU. So, si Uniqlo dun sa EDSA, ah, s- merong Uniqlo sa EDSA, merong Uniqlo sa Macapagal, separate CGU yun. Merong Uniqlo dito, merong Uniqlo dito, separate CGU yun. Next one, another example, the mining railway. Mining company owns a private railway used only to move ore from the mine to the port. The railway has no other customers. Since the railway cannot make money without the mine plus railway together form one CGU. Okay, it makes sense. Kasi kung railway lang, railway, daanan lang yun. Nasaan yung mismong yung mina mismo. Di ba? So, kailangan yung buong process. Katulad ng sa Pizza Hut lang yan. Ito yung oven, yung kitchen, chef, dining area. So, pag pinagsama mo yan, that's the entire CGU na. Mm. Ang inang, dami ko sinabi, no, para sa CGU. Oo nga, bakit nga ba natin kailangan alamin yung CGU? Ito na nga. So, precision and testing. Kasi yung goodwill natin, sige, basahin ko na nga muna. Since goodwill doesn't generate cash on its own, the CGU provides a home where it can be measured alongside the assets it work with. Okay. Preventing cross-subsidization. Subsidization. A CGU prevents a company from using a highly profitable department to hide the fact that another department is failing and losing value. Dito mo malalaman sino yung tawag dito, sino yung hindi nalulugi na department. Kunyari, si Destiny. Papalitan ko yung pangalan. Si Destiny. Hmm. Disneyland, di ba? Marami siyang ang tawag dito. mga attractions or other cash generating units. Ano, dito si movies, dito si theme parks, mga ganun. Kung si movies, naghihingalo na, eh kahit na si Disneyland, kumikita na ng super mga bilyon-bilyon, may tatago, di ba? Kaya kailangan ng CGU para malaman sino ba yung profitable at sino yung nagfe-fail. Kahit na kumikita ng malaki si Disneyland, mm, pwede nyo ma-hide yun eh. Kaso dahil nga mas mga CGU, mapuprevent, dahil nga dito sa movies na to, nalulugi tayo. So, maganda rin yun. Kalalaman ng business. I think we need to do something about sa movies. Kailangan natin improve pa yung mga, hindi ko alam, di naman ako taga-sales eh. Mga, baka may kulang pa or we need more sales, something like that. Smallest unit of accountability, it forces management to look at the smallest independent parts of the business to ensure every piece is still worth its cost. Oh, tama, yun nga. So, sa Disneyland, pinalitan ko. Hindi naman siya sponsored. Ano ito, fast food. Mm. Diba? Malalaman mo kung sino ba yung ano dito, hindi hindi profitable. Diba? So learning CGU helps accountants develop professional judgment in deciding how to group assets based on how a business is actually operated. Hmm. Makes sense, diba? Okay. So next one. Okay, impairment testing naman tayo. Impairment testing is and loss allocation. Process nito, we compare values, compare the CGU's book value, including goodwill, to its recoverable amount, fair market value. The loss order, if the recoverable amount is lower, meron kang impairment. And if the recoverable amount is lower, you have an impairment. Step one, we reduce goodwill first until it's zero. If there's still more loss, spread it across the other assets in the CGU proportionately. Gagawin natin to sa mga susunod na problem solving. Sa next video ko na kasi mostly introduction lang to eh. The finality, once goodwill is written down, it can never be written back up. No reversals. Okay. Pag mababa ka na, wala na. So, ganda lang yun eh. Sorry. At least once a year daw, hina-check natin kung yung CGU is still worth its book value. Kung yung recoverable amount, what we could get it for today, recoverable amount, yung what we could get it for today is lower na daw, meron tayong impairment. Mm-mm, diba? So, medyo strict tayo dito. And only if the loss is bigger, ngayon nga, pag mas malakas yung loss than the goodwill, nare-reduce na natin yung value ng asset. Mm. Nalaman natin yan sa problem solving. Oh, yun nga, bakit nga ba natin kailangan malaman yung goodwill impairment na to? Bakit pa kailangan natin malaman yan? Kasi lalabas sa exam, hindi. So, truthful financials, it ensures that the balance sheet is not inflated with ghost assets that no longer have value. O, kasi nga, may goodwill, di ba, nagpapataas ng asset yan, di ba? Napansin mo, dinidebit natin to eh. Oo. Eh, di ba, asset din tong goodwill? Asset yan eh. Investor protection. Investors rely on impairment reports to know if past merger or acquisition was a mistake or if the business is declining. Kung investor ka, syempre titingnan mo yung financial statement. Kapag nakita mo, laki ng number Tapos, yung goodwill pala masyadong inflated. Diba? So, nagpapanggap lang siyang mataas. Management report card. Regular impairment testing holds leadership accountable for the high prices they pay during business buyouts. And strict prudence, di ba meron tayong accounting concept na prudence? By learning why we never reverse goodwill impairment, we understand the conservative nature of accounting. Once na yung reputation or synergy is lost, we don't assume it's coming back for reporting purpose. So another reason daw na vital to, kasi yung, yung goodwill kasi is the first asset to be sacrificed during a loss. Bakit? Kasi ito yung mostly subjective eh, yung goodwill. So, if yung unit mo ay worth less than its book value, we can assume there's like an extra. Diba? Extra value we paid. Di ba mapapansin mo, yung goodwill is like the extra value we paid. Para siyang share premium kaso hindi. Mm-mm. Okay. So, next one. The recognition, disposal. Pag nagbenta ka, when you make benta, when you sell a business unit, CGU, the goodwill doesn't stay behind. Okay? So the portion of goodwill belonging to that unit must be included in the carrying amount to calculate the final gain or loss on the sale. So finally, what happens when we sell a part of the business? Hindi naman pwede natin iwan na lang yung goodwill dun sa libro, di ba? Kung nagbenta tayo ng CGU, cash generating unit, kailangan natin siyang i-include sa share of the goodwill in our carrying amount para malaman natin kung may profit or loss ba on that sale. So, ang tawag dito, it's part of the package being sold. Goodwill is the only asset that competition cannot undersell or destroy. So, to wrap up, ang inaral natin today is about how to measure, to test, even write goodwill, 'di ba? So, in goodwill nga, sa balance sheet 'yan. But in the real world of business and accounting, yung goodwill kasi, ito yung reputation mo eh. Reputation, 'di ba? Ito yung parang integrity mo. I believe in the word integrity. Yan. So, kung na-build mo siya correctly, 'di ba? Something that tag dito, no impairment test can take away if you build it correctly. Mm. So, sana sa mga future accountants, tandaan natin na we must be strict with the numbers and the pages. Diba? Kasi mga valuable assets talaga ay yung mga di natin nahahawakan o nakikita. Ito yung mga intangible assets. Big word, di ba? And that's the end of the lesson on business combinations, part 19, subsequent accounting for goodwill. Ito yung first part ng chapter 3. Okay, so naglagay lang ako ng introduction pa. Baka meron pa ako lagay. Ang next na video ko is due diligence. So, introduction lang din yun. Tapos susunod na yung mga computation. Iniwalay ko lang muna. If you have concerns or you need of clarifications, please comment down or questions. Again, this is James, your math and language instructor. I'll see you again on my next video. Please like and subscribe. Laking tulong po sa akin to. Maraming salamat po. Bye!